Hey, Soniqs fans, it's Darren, the CEO of Soniqs, here today to talk about the future and the Soniqs involvement in PUBG in 2023. Obviously, huge announcement, but first of all, I should say I am sitting here with Gunner. I guess the news of this will be out by now, so this shouldn't be a surprise that Gunner is coming in as our new head coach, and TGLTN, our second best player on the team. And we're here to talk about PUBG in 2023. Obviously, Krafton just announced this huge announcement of the global partnership teams, which is huge for us, huge for the community, huge for the esports as a whole. Great step in the right direction for PUBG Esports. That comes with a lot of benefits, and we're going to talk about some of them today and some of the other things, like Gunner coming on board, for instance. Obviously, big one, invites to those international tournaments, which, as you all know, we sorely need as much international practice as we can get. 24th and 28th or something in the last couple. I don't want to blame anyone in this room, but, there's only one person who was actually at those events. So anyway, I'll pass it over to these guys. We can talk backwards and forwards about 2023 and what we're looking forward to. So we'll start off with you, Jimmy.
Well, 2023 is actually super exciting for us being a part of the TPT, because we'll be receiving invites to a lot of the finals of these events.
Good practice.
We're looking forward to playing in these events with a new approach, because I feel like we kind of squandered the opportunities that we had the last 2 years and the internationals that we had. So this year is going to be super good for us to really nail out our consistency as a team when it comes to these international events, and our consistency strength across the board, not just out of one position.
It's a huge point that you make, James, because as I've always said this, and I told you guys when you did have poor performances, it's very hard when you only play one international event a year. You can go in there with the best laid plan, and doesn't matter. If you're only playing one international event a year, anything can happen. The fact now there's going to be multiple international events a year is going to make a huge difference to everybody in the PUBG Esports scene.
I would definitely agree, and obviously that's one of the reasons why I'm here. As Tig kind of said, like, they want to approach these events a little differently. Obviously we had talks, and I came on board to kind of help with that, like a less stubborn approach and a more like kind of stern, disciplined, and direct approach to like how we're going to approach these international events. There's going to be a lot more planning. There's going to be a lot less hot dropping, and a lot more focusing and learning. Obviously adapt and overcome wherever we're thrown in on the map. And like, I feel bringing me on board, I could help a lot with that, as well as, so did you and the rest of the team. So that's kind of how I found myself here.
Well, me and you go way back, even way before the Soniqs. Yeah. I mean, I've known Owen, MachineGunner, for a long, long time. I've tried, we've been in esports together probably about as long as esports has been around. So I'm very grateful that Owen's finally took the leap to come and join us at the Soniqs, because he will bring that experience and that we need to keep going forward. I think maybe, James, you might disagree with me here. We might have been a little bit naive after winning a world championship, a little bit, maybe a little bit overconfident, at the way we thought and the way we performed at these tournaments, and we didn't maybe give other teams the respect that they deserved, and we thought we maybe demanded a little bit more. However, well, I'll let you say what you think, because you play the game. I don't. I haven't played since third persons.
I think that we were definitely confident, maybe a little bit too confident going into these events, which isn't always a bad thing, but we kind of expected other teams to just leave us alone and give us the respect. And that was kind of egotistical. We thought other teams would see us as like a level above and then be scared. But I mean, these players are all amazing. So you don't really get that kind of hierarchy and just like inherent social power and domination over the map that like we were kind of expecting to get.
I think PUBG over the years has evolved, that now you have to be able to play multiple drop zones, be be much more fluid with your planning and a lot less structured. So I don't know, like I said, that's on you guys. You guys want to tell well, you don't want to give away what you're doing this year, so in fact we should probably not say anything, right? We're just going to drop poach Picardo all day every day. And if you hot droppers, we'll never leave.
Nah, I mean, that's how I felt going to the other events.
We'll never leave until we do.
Yeah, it's important to be versatile though. Like we were not a very versatile team. If you threw us in a random situation where we had to do something on the spot, we were never good at improvising. We were always the best book smart team. And I think that's why we had so much success at PGIS, is because we had so much time to learn what other teams did and then come up with strats where we could just completely blitz through them, right? Like we knew what we were doing before every game pretty much. going into week 6 against PGIS, because that lobby was practically like a rehearsed play at that point. Everyone had been so, we had so much experience playing against each other. So this year we're just going to focus on our versatility, really.
So looking at 2023 and that versatility, this is a good question for both of you. How do we think the new competitive, plan and the program going in 2023 is going to look compared to 2022 and before? Obviously, I kind of alluded to it before, more international events, more events more chances for the best teams in the world to get together and play. Are you guys excited for that? Do you think it's going to be better for the esport? Worse? Maybe, because we're kind of dominated NA, so maybe less prize money for us if we're not as good in international. I don't want to, jinxing anything, but
Yeah, I think, personally, obviously, I like it because, I know viewers and fans, they want to watch, they don't want to watch the same North American teams play against each other all the time, and obviously bringing teams from all other regions to play against each other when we don't have that opportunity other than once a year is something that really everyone is going to be excited about. I'm really excited with the new structure and how we get to play against international teams like a few times of the year. It's obviously something the fans are always going to be looking forward to. The viewership's going to be good, and obviously teams really and fans don't enjoy playing against each other regionally, just nonstop. And then it's like, oh, boom, end of the year, you're throwing against teams that you've never played against, and we'll let the chips fall and see how you do. Obviously there's planning and preparation that comes into it. However, the fact that we could play against these teams a few times a year is going to be a game changer in the way we prepare for it and the way other teams prepare for it.
I completely agree. As I said, I loved winning North America. We won it a lot. But it was all, it was kind of like the same old team showing up over and over again. Now the ability to see ourselves go up more consistently against the top teams in the world, that's got to be, I think, exciting, not just for me, but for the fans as well, maybe even for the players. What do you think, Tig? Are you more hyped to go in there and play against the best of the best and not so much just play regionally?
This is the most exciting year for PUBG for me, for sure. We got a Nations Cup planned as well, and
I think it's better for you.
Yeah, I really like those boys. So I'm excited for pretty much every event this year. I really want to work hard, and I want to make this my best year in PUBG. I'm 22 years old. I haven't peaked yet. All right, it's not all downhill from PGIS. That's for certain.
Well, like I said, that's why I sat down with our general manager Super, who's not here on this call, and we decided that we wanted to make a change. We wanted to bring a little bit more structure and organization into the players. We know we have a very, very talented squad. They've proven that over and over again, but I feel like they needed a little bit of a jump start to maybe start focusing on other things outside of the game, in terms of themselves being held more accountable and maybe working that little bit harder, because I don't want to say that winning the Americas was easy for the Sonics. It obviously wasn't. We had a lot of good competition, but compared to internationally, it's a different ball game completely. You have to be so much better prepared for international events. So that's why, we made the decision this year to bring in Gunner. Like I said, I've known Gunner for a very, very long time. We're super excited to have him here. I think he's exactly what the players need. I think the players needed someone who's been around since before time began. And they'll respect, and then they can work together and work more on becoming a team and being building that team foundation to go to those events and succeed. Are we going to win PGC this year? Because we'll hold you to it.
I'm going to say that going into PGC this year and the PGS events, the Sonics will be the most prepared that they've ever been going into any international event. The one thing that I think I do bring and as a coach is accountability. As these guys have learned, I've been scrimming with them for a few days. I don't tolerate people being late. I don't tolerate excuses. And I just want everyone on the same page, respecting each other and respecting me. And I'm going to, give that respect back. And, so far it's been great. The review and everything that we've gotten from our practice has been super productive and really proactive, and everyone's taken my advice perfectly, especially just coming in as a new coach, because I wasn't sure what to expect, right? Obviously I've known these guys for a while, but I've been with my team for so long that they were basically family to me, so it was a tough decision, but you know, obviously I had to look towards my future, and having these guys just like welcome me the way they did with the respect that they did really means a lot to me.
So have you guys got anything you want to say to the fans for 2023? Obviously, I say thanks for all your support for the past few years, or the past 4 years the Soniqs have been in PUBG now, and hopefully many more to come. Trust me, lots of exciting things to come out of the GPT. Some we can't talk about. You guys will love it. I'll hand it over to those two now before we wrap it up.
It was a tough decision, like, to come here. I will say that again. But I did it with, you know, the will to win in mind. So, you know, the reason I'm here is to bring this organization and team to the next level. And hopefully you guys can respect that and welcome me on board. Thank you.
I just want to say again that I'm super excited to see how this year plays out. The Soniqs is going to be a completely different animal this year. We're going to be, you know, instead of just like 99 strength and like 0 stamina and 0 agility, like we're going to be looking at like 99 strength, 99 stamina, 99 agility. We're going to be like at least 50 intelligence. We're just going to level up. Hopefully the fans enjoy the content we bring and the games we play. See you guys next time.